Good rising, everybody. Paul Romero here on the Swiss Gold Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training number 183 on this fantastic Freedom Friday. It's Freedom Friday. How can it not be fantastic? September 11th, 2015. This is just an exciting, great day. I already have hosted a call in that I participate on 5 days a week. And today I had the opportunity to host it. This is my fourth time hosting it. And it's very, very powerful because I know, I can feel it. I know absolutely 100% that the first time I hosted it, what a disaster. The second time I hosted it, not a whole lot better. um, well, actually, maybe it was better than the second time. I forget if I got coaching in between the first and second time. I'm sure I did. I got coaching in between the first and second time. And you know what? It really was miles better than the first one. The second to third time, again, more coaching, a big improvement. Not as big as that first improvement, but still a big improvement. And this third time, from the third to the fourth time here, I'm going to say this was actually another big improvement. This was actually another really big improvement. And it's exciting because, and I have to give credit to these Hangouts right here, because realistically, my coming here and hosting these Hangouts 3 days a week has helped grow myself as someone who can deliver a message over the phone on that phone call to a group of people. Today there was a little bit less than normal, but still, I am standing before presenting to a lot of people, and it's kind of it's kind of good. This has been a major weak part of my life, my entire life. You know, go all the way back to high school. A lot of you guys can probably relate to this, and having to give an oral report and stand up before the class and, you know, do your book report or whatever. And I was by far absolutely the worst at it. And it's not something that I ever got any coaching on. It's not something that I ever got any help with. You know, it was just something that I was forced to do again and again several times throughout my educational career. And so without the coaching, without the mentorship, without the ability to learn and grow from mistakes or anything like that, it was just torture. It wasn't anything less than. And so it was something that obviously I felt that I couldn't do. Obviously something that depleted my self-confidence in myself, because that sort of pointed out a weakness of mine in communicating with other people. And so that's really, really a debilitating factor that, you know, carried with me throughout my entire lifetime. So being able to do that and being able to do this sort of semi-anonymously, because I am presenting this information to a group, and I know that, and that's powerful, knowing that that's happening. But the fact that I'm not actually physically in front of the group also sort of gives that, you know, shield of confidence where you can be yourself, and you can present your information as yourself without having that, you know, the peering eyes on you that, you know, crush your self-confidence all the way back to that high school days where, you know, you're up in the front of the room going, the story of the monkey tree is the story of the, oh, it's, I mean, that's how it was, right? So being able to go from that to presenting these hangouts, doing that phone call with confidence and the ability to deliver information that is, you know, powerful. It's not information that everybody has, because you know what? There's nobody out there that has all the information. And the information that each person has is unique and different from the information that another person has. So you may know more than me about a lot of things, and that's great. But there's something I don't know what it is, but there's absolutely something that I can guarantee you I know more about than you do. That's just the way it is. All depends on how you were brought up, what you were taught and learned at a young age, and more importantly, realistically, what you continued on with learning and growing beyond your schooling educational years, because those years you're fed a whole lot of information. It's just like, here, stuff a whole bunch of facts into your head, and now go out in the real world. And it's like, well, what do I need all that crap for? And it's not all crap, but realistically, a huge portion of it kind of is. Once you leave school, you probably, I think the statistics say something like you use, I don't know what statistics says, but I mean, but I know it's a low number. I don't know if it's 20% or 10%, or if it's all the way down to like 6%, but you use a very small percentage of all that information that you spent 18, 25 years gathering and stuffing into your brain. So realistically, once you leave the educational system, the information and knowledge and education and everything that you put into your mind after that, that's where you become a unique individual. That's where you become someone of authority. That's where you become the sort of, well, you can become anything you want at that point in time. It's really what it comes down to. You can take that as far as you want to go. You can become a better employee at what you do. You can become the best employee at what you do. But it's all about gathering more information and knowledge. You can't just go from, I start this job today. Joe Smith taught me how to do it. All right, great. I know how to do this. You know what? Tomorrow, I want to be, the floor leader. It doesn't happen that way. You've got to learn it, grow it, show your experience and your knowledge, express yourself, take on more than what you should do, what you normally do. Show the people above you that you have what it takes to go to the next level, and then maybe you're allowed to go to the next level. But you can do that. That's all up to you. You can take that to the highest of heights if you want to. You can take it to any height you want to take it to. But it's all a matter of how much you want to put in after you leave school, and nobody's forcing you to do it. That's what it comes down to, when nobody's forcing you to do it. So with that, I just want to say that, like I said, this is an exciting day. We got a lot going on today. Had a phone call, got my hangout here, got my hangout for the real estate business. And then I get to go sign some papers and close a deal and get a fat check this afternoon. And then we got a lot of work to do on Friday here to get some more deals in place. My partner's leaving town next week on Tuesday, I believe. So we got to get some things wrapped up and set up for the week that he's going to be gone. And a lot of business, a lot of action going on. And some people will look at that as, oh my God, that's so much. And some people look at that as, wow, good for you. That sounds like a lot of fun. Therein lies the difference. I was talking today on the phone call about this. I showed you guys this, I think, the graph of life. Whereas you have this slow progression for a long time, and then finally it starts to curve up and then whoosh, skyrockets to the top. You might notice on this where I have drawn, oh wait, did I? Oh, I only draw part of it. But you can see where I drew the center line right there, and then I put an X in it. Hugely powerful, important. You see where I started to draw a line here? That first piece right there, where I drew that first line, as you can see, I mean, look at that. Not a lot of activity in there. It doesn't go for too long. And then you move into the second phase where you actually, see, experience, and feel some actual growth. And then you hit this third phase where all of a sudden now, things start to take off. That's how this graph of life works. This area right here is what I'm talking about, where a lot of people probably about 80% of the people who would venture into this area of something new, of learning and growing, of changing, of thinking a different way, or whatever the case might be, of starting a business, of getting into a relationship, whatever. about 80% of the people never get past that first little line right there because it's either too much for them. I can't do all that. That's too much. I just go back to work and get my paycheck on Friday. Or the other half of the people, or I don't know about half, but the other segment of the people who get in, who venture into this area, will be excited about it. They'll seem like they're going to do a lot, like they want to do a lot, like they're going to make it happen, but they get stuck. They get stuck in a rut of having to know it all. I can't get started. Oh, when you probably know some of these people. It's like, oh yeah, you said you've been doing that thing. Oh yeah, I love it. It's great. Yeah. Have you started anything yet? Oh well, no, I still got more to learn. You see them a few months later, and hey, how's it going with that deal? Oh, it's coming along great, man. I'm learning so much. When you got started yet? Oh no, still too much to learn. And a year later, they're like, hey, yeah, how's your thing going? Oh yeah, I'm still in. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. Really, how's it going for you? Well, I'm still learning. They get stuck in this area where they think they have to know it all before they get started. Well, let me give you a little tip. You're never going to know it all. I don't care if you get all the way to this point on the graph here and you're at the maximum pinnacle and you've maxed this thing out, you've done it, you know what? You still, at that point in time, won't know it all. Guaranteed. You won't know it all. You can't. Nobody can ever know it all. It's impossible. So the thing is getting from out of this phase into this phase right here at that crucial point takes two things. Number one, it takes you gaining just enough knowledge, information, and learning so that you can make the decision, okay? You got to make a decision. And the decision has to be, you know what? I've learned enough. Part A of the decision. I've learned enough. I've got enough here that I can actually get started doing something. Okay? That's the key right here. First, you're just soaking it up. Now you actually have to do something. All right? So you got to make the decision that I have enough to start doing something. And you have to go into that doing something with throwing caution to the wind and knowing completely 100% and understanding that I'm going to go out there and I'm going to screw this all up. And I'm going to get kicked in the teeth and I'm going to get knocked down and I'm going to be made a fool of. But you know what? Every time that happens, I'm going to be able to look back and go, okay, what happened that knocked me down? Or what happened that I lost my teeth? Or what happened that, everybody laughed at me? And how can I, A, not have that happen again? And B, how can I take that same experience and change it around to make it a better experience on the other end? Take that right there, cross over into section 2. You've got enough information. Make the decision. I'm going to go start doing it. I'm going to screw it up. And it's not going to be fun screwing it up unless I have the strength of mind to tell myself that it is fun, that screwing up is fun, which there's the problem. All your life you've been taught, don't screw up. You can't fail. Don't do anything wrong because that's bad. You can't do that. So how do you break through that barrier of, I can't do something wrong. I can't go out there and fail. I can't make mistakes. It's bad. To, who cares? It's fun. Making mistakes is fun because then I get to figure out what happened. It's kind of like, maybe the people who enjoyed science class the most and doing experiments are the most successful people in life because that's what this really is you're experimenting. Every step of the way is a new experiment. And you come up with a new hypothesis, which is, basically the question. And you go, okay, well, here's the question. How do I do this? And then you go, well, I have no idea how to do this, but to me, it sounds like if I do this, it'd be a good thing. So you go out and you do it, and bam, you get kicked in the teeth. Wrong way, dummy. So you go, okay, well, you know what? Hey, look, that way didn't work. What happens if now, because you know what, in doing it that way and doing it wrong and seeing that, oh, wow, well, this ain't the right way, you're going to get an idea. You know what? I see now this isn't the right way. I think maybe this is the right way. And you're going to get an idea and you go back and you go, okay, well, let's try this question, this hypothesis. Will this work? And you go out there and you get knocked down and you go, oh, shoot, well, that one ain't working. But guess what? You know what? I just thought of an idea. Maybe this will work. And this is where the fun and excitement comes in, you know, and it takes a lot of banging your head against the wall. And then all of a sudden you go, you know what? Hey, 47 ideas over there. None of them work. Maybe this will work. And you go and bam, you break through the wall and you, whoa, it worked. Oh, that's how you do it. And then you're on to the next step and you're moving up and you're changing and you're growing and you're learning and things are happening for you. So I just wanted to point out that today I feel really good. And I want to thank Nellie for sending me some kudos on my call this morning. I haven't listened back on it yet. It's going to be very interesting for me to hear that because, like I said, I know what I sounded like on the first, second, and third calls, and I know that this call was a vast improvement. So I can't wait to go back and hear for myself how it sounded. That's a great thing. See, as we record these phone calls so that I can actually do that. I can go back and listen in and hear how I delivered my message. And that's the same thing with these Google Hangouts. At any point in time, these are recorded. I can go back and watch and see how this presentation came across. And that's a very, very powerful thing because not only, each and every time you go out there and you in your experiment and you run your head up against the wall and you go, oh, well, that doesn't work. Well, then you have to go back and review. You got to go back and say, okay, well, what was my question? What did I do? How did I do it? And why didn't it work? And then you go back and you say, okay, new question. Here it is. What am I going to do? And how am I going to do it? Well, let's go do it. Bam! Shoot, didn't work. Well, let's go back and look. What was the question? How did I do it? What did I do wrong? Okay, well, maybe, you know what? I think that question is the right question, but maybe I need to do something a little bit differently. All right, let's go try that. Bam! Up against the wall. But that's, you can't improve on something, the big phrase that I love is you don't know what you don't know, right? So if you don't know really, I mean, you did it, you think you know, right? But trust me when I tell you, what you think happened and what you actually go see and hear happen, whoa, Nelson, way big difference. Yeah, it's going to be two different worlds. It's going to be eye-opening, jaw-dropping. You're going to be you're just going to go like, oh, God, I can't believe that. So review is powerful, being able to go back and look at what happened. And that's where you'll actually get the next idea because you'll be able to go back and see what went wrong. And in finding out what went wrong, you'll be able to acquire a new thought, a new idea, a new approach, a new piece of information, whatever the case might be. Very, very powerful stuff. Very fun, very exciting. I bring all this up because that's really what Swissquote Global is all about. Making mistakes, having fun, learning and growing. And we do it but the best thing, I'm sorry, but not that we do it. Well, we do it, but the best thing about Swissquote Global is the fact that you don't have to be out there doing it on your own blindly, running up against that brick wall with your head and your hard hat on in your head and bash, because you have somebody on your team, your sponsor, who's going to show you, say, hey, look, you got to bust through that wall. And I'm going to show you a trick. Come over here. Right here, the wall's a foot wide everywhere else, but right here, it's only 3 inches thick. You're going to bust through it a lot faster and a lot easier. And that's what Swissquote Global is all about. That's what network marketing is all about. Network marketing done the right way is all about teaching and training and helping your team, helping your sponsors to build their business. And what better way to build their business than showing them, hey, look, there's 4,800,000 different ways over there that you could do it. But if you do it this way right here, faster, easier trail to success, and they'll get you where you want to go, and you don't have to waste your time on all that other stuff. Only thing you got to do is find people that are willing to actually do what you are directing them to do, or you're teaching them to do. Which some people are hard-headed, and it's hard to get that, get that out of their mind. They might be looking at you going, well, that's kind of ridiculous what you're saying there, but trust me, ridiculous works. They're like, nah, I'm gonna try it this way, and they start trying to bust through that 1 foot wall when over here it's only an inch thick. So it's just or it might not even be an inch thick. It might just be like the football team running out of the tunnel. It might just be the big paper painted bricks right there. You're right through it. So anyway, that's it for today. I had fun. I hope you had fun. Hope you got some information out of here that is enjoyable and that you can work with and that can help you learn and grow, because that's what this is all about. That's what Swissflow Global is all about, helping you to succeed. So, universe, I ask not for more riches at this time. I ask for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches that you've already given me at birth, consisting of the power, one of which is consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind. A most powerful gift given to me at birth, the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. Everybody have a great pinnacle, celebration, climax, whatever you want to call the next 2 days coming up here, the Saturday and Sunday that normally has that really weak word attached to it. And we will see you back here in the next session on New Op Day for some more Own Your Life training manual information. All right, everybody, bye.